Here we are looking at the MJNA chart. Before I even get to the chart though, what I want to point out is that the company did put out news this morning and it was a solid press release. If you look here, you can see 60 Minutes, and if you don't know what 60 Minutes is, you just must not watch TV. But if you go to Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, any of the market sites, you'll be able to pull this press release up, and the company's doing a good job of keeping shareholders posted. So there's some other press releases you can go through, but I definitely encourage you to head to one of those websites. This is Yahoo Finance here, and pull up the press release and take a look at it, as we will soon see here that the market definitely did take today's news release as bullish. Looking right here at the candlestick that was formed and then combining that down here with the volume bar, you can see that, like I said, the market saw the news and definitely had a bullish perspective on it. So that was a good thing to see. Nothing worse than seeing a press release come out that the company or the shareholders think is going to be bullish, and then seeing some nasty red day. Was not the case here. Nice press release, nice volume action, nice price reaction. So you can't really complain on any of those fronts. So what I want to do is just map out here some supports and just the kind of trend of the chart, and then we'll end the video on the weekly chart, because really that's the only one that's going to show us where some future levels of resistance are, being that the chart is in territory it hasn't seen in many months. So the first thing I want to point out is just simply the overall context. If you've ever had a literature class or English class, you know context is king, and within the world of charts, context all comes down to the trend. So what is the overall context for MJNA? It can be simply summed up by just saying bullish. Now what gives me the right to say that? Well, if we look down here at our two overall moving averages, the 50-day, which is this purple line here, and the 200-day simple moving average, which is that orange line. These are the two moving averages that the majority of traders and chartists use to determine what are the overall trend, what is the overall kind of vibe towards the company. And you can see here both are upsloping, which tells us bullish. So it's definitely an overall bullish context, and that's what you want to see when you're in charts, whether it be for a shorter term, medium term, or longer term. When the overall context is bullish, that's right where you want it to be. In terms of supports, the key level, I shouldn't say key, but the very kind of evident one here is this 50-day simple moving average. The last time it pulled back, you can see here, did a great job of hovering right around there before finally separating itself and making this big move upwards. And on this move upwards, you can see the increase in volume. So that's exactly what you want to see on a breakout, and then vice versa. On the pullback consolidation, a couple days here, you look down here at volume and decrease in volume. As any textbook will tell you, during pullbacks and consolidation, you want to see a decrease in volume. During upwards moves and breakouts, you want to see an increase in volume, and that's exactly what's been going on. So you could take this chart and really throw it into a textbook if you wanted to, acting just like you'd want to see it from a volume analysis standpoint. The other level of support, which is a little bit more close, is going to be right up here at, we'll call it the 7-cent area. You can see this was the previous high, therefore a resistance, but now that the price is above it, it has turned into a support. So we'll change this to green to represent support. So 7 cents, and then down here at the 50-day, which is valued at about 0.056, are going to be the two levels of support. But in the grand scheme of things, as long as the price remains above the 200-day simple moving average, the chart is still bullish. Now, before you call me crazy and say, well, how can it fall from 8 cents all the way down to 4 cents and still be bullish? Well, think about it. If the price were to come all the way down here, find a base, and then head back up, this set of lows right here is still higher than this set. So when we would come to draw our trusty trend line, we would still have the ability, and the chart would still allow us to do something like this and draw an uptrending trend line. So that's why it's important that the 200-day holds. Obviously nobody wants to see it drop all the way down there. My point just being that it could theoretically fall all the way down there, and as long as this continues to hold, the overall chart would still be bullish. Now let's go on to the weekly chart here, and for the funds, we'll take a step back. The initial set of resistance here that the price is going to need to get above is right here. These highs were at 0.092. So whether you want to call it 9 cents or 0.092, this is the current level of resistance. And then with a break of this, going to the weekly chart, hopefully it'll do a good job of pointing out just all the potential the chart then now has. Really with a break of that 9-cent mark, the next level of resistance is not going to be up here until 11 cents, which is based on this previous high from way back here in February. So change that to red real quick, and then after that one, The next level is not until the 200 week simple moving average, which is right here at 12.5 cents. And then after that, as you can see, there's just nothing else over here. So that's basically what I would say is blue sky breakout territory after the 12.5 cent mark. So lots of upside potential here with the 9 cent mark. And then finally, the end of the week, check out all this volume, best volume it's had in 1 week since, again, back here in February on this big breakout. And it's just been doing a great job of had a nice little consolidation here for a few weeks, but now we're reaping the rewards of this consolidation. So overall, great looking chart. Company does a good job of keeping shareholders posted through all the news they've been doing. So go check out those press releases, get this chart on your radars, and let's see what happens next week. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. One more time, this was MJNA. Thanks for listening and enjoy your weekends.